So, everything's broken or not? Yeah, it should be fine. So, hello everyone, Avaira here, and today will be something that looks like old school classic. I actually plan to stream MMORPG today, upcoming one, but the server doesn't work. It also should be old school one. So I found, not really found, I found it previously, but now I decided finally to stream this hidden gem, potential hidden gem at least. So okay, let's start. Play.
It was a late night in the small town of Romar. Huan, an auspicious student of magic, and Sam, his roguish friend, decided to liven up the dullness of the road by spending the night drinking and gambling at the Yew Tree Inn. After observing the two playing and winning a number of games against the locals, a gambler approached their table and challenged them to a game of takla. It was then that fortune seemed to abandon them, as the two friends lost most of their money and many valuables playing against the man. Sam was no stranger at cards, and while he had no proof, deep inside he knew his opponent must have been cheating. At that point, the young rogue confronted the gambler, and in the struggle that ensued, an accusing card fell from the man's shirt. Realizing that he couldn't bluff his way out of the situation, the gambler felled Sam to the ground, grabbed the pouch of winnings, and dashed towards the exit. In the chaos, Huan tried to stop the retreating gambler, but only managed to trip on his friend and abruptly join him on the floor. Meanwhile, startled by the shouts in the common room, Dina, the owner of the tavern, dashed in and found the two youngsters lying atop one another, being the object of merriment of a drunken, cackling audience.
Oh yeah, nice beginning. Okay, so dialogues are not voiced. Okay. Damn, that existed, doesn't it? This animation. What in Almaris name happened here? And where is that bloody gambler? He's yet to pay for the lodging and food. So this is Huan, our wizard. Gun, we got him cheating cards and he ran away. We tried... Gun? And why didn't you two go after him? Why didn't anyone go after him? Good question though. Where is this, I know, special wizard magic to stop the thief? The room fell silent as Dina's icy gaze traveled face to face across the room. Propping himself upright, Sam assessed the condition of his bleeding nose by carefully bending it first one way, then the other. Satisfied that it wasn't broken, he looked up at Dina, who stared at him with a mix of disbelief and rage. I was gone for 1 minute, Sam. And this is our roguish Sam. I know, but he had a third blue lady card hidden within his shirt. I knew he couldn't have been that good of a player. Not even the gambler of Burmese could have... Enough, Sam. He's gone because of you, and I don't want to hear any excuses. You'll be paying for both, him and yourself. Actually, why is she so harsh? I mean, they really... didn't... Yeah, they done nothing wrong, really. But... thank you, them. The man took the coin, Sam. Dina, what? I'm sorry, what can I say? He must have taken our money after he... bashed my nose in. I see. Then you either find your money and pay up, or you'll be playing here to cover the expenses. Every night for a week, starting tomorrow. A week? Come on, be reasonable, Dina. I can't be stuck in this hole of the town for a whole week. And where are we going to sleep? Do we at least get a room to stay in? No, you don't. And since you can't afford staying, I suggest you start looking for the man now. I'm closing for the night. Dina, sweetie, you can be serious. This is the middle of the night. We'll never find him out there in the dark. Oh, you're right. Here, take these torches. You pay for them once, catch the gambler, and get your money back. Good night. Why she's so vicious, seriously? But Dina... Yeah, I should just throw them away. Seriously? Yeah. Okay. Now they have some very old relationships. There's a lot of fails. Oh, I have no idea why she's so harsh with them. Should have known I was being cheated. Never lost that much money in one night. Or ever. Neither did I, Sam. We should have listened to Arthur while we had the chance. Damn, it's a bit hard to read this text. It's not really convenient to read it. I know it's pretty old school, but no, text should be more modern, I think. It is more readable. It was your royal cousin's fault for buying us drinks in the first place, you know? Yeah, drunk. As I recall, he wanted us all to go to his cellar. Now the one with wine and dried meats. Well, now all we have are these bland-rot rations, which I have no desire to eat ever again. Yeah, I get the point. Look, there is nothing we can do now, but track down that man and recover my money. Our money. Yeah, then we'll visit your cousin at that fancy manor home of his. We'll check out his book on magic tricks, and then we'll finally leave this accursed place. Deal? Damn it, Sam. That book is what got me traveling all the way up here in the first place. If it is truly an ancient book of magic, like Arthur claims, it's like finding a damn treasure. I'd lose 10 times the money I lost tonight, just for a chance to pick at its pages. Calm down, your magicianship. You'll get a chance, but first things first. Why do we start our search? That son of a whore could be anywhere by now. I don't know. We should probably find some place to spend the night, or camp out of town. No point in knocking on people's houses in the middle of the night. Sounds reasonable, but maybe someone's still up and saw something. Your call. Yeah, who can saw something? Oh, and according to the interface, let me move the avatar a bit. Yeah, let's place it to the left. Probably will be more adequate. I'm still not sure about music, it's a bit loud and then at the same time. Okay, let's see. So where should I go? And first of all, oh, I cannot even save. This is weird. Probably because of demo. So it's probably permadeath. Maybe not. Actually, in the Might and Magic series it was possible to resurrect. So maybe it is possible to resurrect. But anyway, I can save the progress. So better be careful. What can I do? No description. Help. Hold Alt release the mouse pointer. Oh, that's how to do so. Because it looks like it should be clickable, but I can't get the cursor. 5 quick save the game, 9 quick load the game. So we have saves, but only quick save, quick load. I'm open the map, I open the character screen and cycle through the party members. R to rest, C to cast, J opens self annotation journal. F1 opens this window. Escape close any open window. Okay. So we got cheated at cards. First of all, the goblin bastard took all of our winnings and disappeared into the night. Now Dina, the owner of the Year 3 Inn, wants us to recover the money and pay his expense on top of ours. One civilian total. What have I get myself into? This was supposed to be an uneventful trip to see the book Arthur required, not a manhunt. Oh, okay. Ooh. It's that again. Yeah, when you make a new terms for months and days, it's really hard to understand what's going on. Roma is probably... Yeah, Roma is probably a place. Maybe, maybe not. And this is turned to sort of again, whatever it is. Okay, probably it doesn't matter because it doesn't look like a huge epic story, at least at the beginning. So it's not that important to know the date. Map, journal, at least the year. Surprisingly, I cannot move it. Okay, but I can see something so close, so it's obviously not the full map. But looks actually like pretty big map. Thirthan Temple, Romar. So Romar is this settlement. And small dot on the map. And right list 3 other. Interesting. Journal map, camp, spellcasting. Patimania, 1 silver, 3 copper. Time of day. This day. Okay. Sam Hyun. Wow. What do we have? Drunk 36%. Even 21%. So being drunk is very common or important in this game. One of two. Maybe it's strictly connected to the stats. Anyway. Sam is roguish type, so he good and million ranged. Also scout, repair, haggle, magic, cannot do magic, defense, artifice, stealth, perform. Why stealth is so low for roguish type of character? Seriously. He won't even better with stealth. He is damn wizard. Okay, maybe because Sam more drunk, I don't know. He can do ranged, but he can do... Okay, not everything, but a lot of stuff better. Even defense is better. Right click is description. He only held the stuff made of ash. Even though it was neither straight nor smooth, it felt solid in the wielder's hands. And he was sure he could crack some heads with it. Using neatherized. Damage 4 plus strength. Aggressive 8 plus skill. Plus skill? Melee, I suppose. Strength 13. So we have 2 main stats. Speed and strength. Yeah, there are also health and endurance, but it's health and endurance. Nothing like mana or something. Yeah, okay. Sword 9 plus strength. Yeah, it's way better than stuff. Condition 38%. Everything is so worn. The potion was a heavy affair, thought Sam. He took a couple of test swings and indeed it was very nose heavy. This wasn't an accurate weapon, but still capable of doing substantial damage. Still my accuracy than this stuff. Oh no? No, less. Sam took a knife out of the holster and admired its craftsmanship. It had a short handle combined with a very long double-sided blade and ran into a very fine tip. He thought that in the right hand this was the deadly weapon tip. Now I'm curious, all the descriptions are in this way or actually it's only starting equipment? Unwrapping the small waxed paper parcel, Hyun found an assortment of dried fruits, salted pork and fish. And heart track, a long lasting braid made of lore. Very little water and salt. Okay. Human. What about if Sam look at this? Wrapped in the small wax paper parcel, Sam found a certain truth. So it looks like it's a placeholder for a name. Interesting. So yeah, probably all the equipment was made with such a description, and this is actually a very nice idea. Pretty immersive. Game saved. Some stopped. The Lord will have our ears if we come here, he said. Let's find the spot outside of town. I'll bet get ourselves a cozy room in an inn. Yeah. So I can dress here. It's not like I want to dress. What about magic? Branur and Agnosh. What does it mean? No spell selected. I can only assume that this is skull of magic. Or all the magic is connected to the gods. For example, Branur, it all looks like names of deity. Yeah? Branur is the father of life. Yeah, it obviously should be deity. So it's probably hidden magic. Branur's gift. Anga and Mo Isra. The caster directs the godly power towards hidden himself or another. So yeah. Surprisingly, magic connected to the gods. And this is not a special cleric magic, this is just regular wizardry, yeah? Okay. Himself or another, okay. Agnosh. Yeah, there is spells that I cannot choose for some reason. Not sure why. Probably it's all the spells that was done. Maybe not. Hard to say. Can I loot? Some looked into the barrel. Empty, I said. Yeah, such description really immersive, but on the time can tell is this convenient or not. Second-hand shop. Yeah. Now there are no such description. Just second-hand shop. But it's more convenient. Nothing here, some said. Haystack. Okay, now we need to find the dude. How we can do it? He already assumed that someone can saw him. So what's with the nearest house? A man came from around the back of the house. Obviously started by bumping into Huon all of a sudden. He went for the knife at his belt. Hold! Huon yelled, raised his hands to show he was unarmed. Then added in a hurry, we didn't mean to scare you. We're looking for a man to stay at the inn. A gambler. Bastard took our money. Finally convinced he was not in danger, the man relaxed, but replied angrily. Can't one take a piss in the night without bumping into someone? Bah, don't matter. Yes, I did see a man run past my house just a moment before. Did you see where he went? Yun asked expectantly. South, out of town. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go back to sleep. South of town. Journal updated. A man in the village apparently saw someone flee south in the night. This must be our man. Yeah, let's follow the south. It's still dark outside, but okay, let's go. Oh, by the way, yeah, she told something about torches. Yeah, we have torches. A simple affair, the torch was commonly used as the light source in the open. It burned rather quickly, but was pretty inexpensive to manufacture, and thus readily available and cheap. Okay, how can I use it? Maybe through the help? Open self-identification journal. Yeah, it's not a spell, so Hmm. Yeah, I have no idea how to use it. Maybe double click. Yeah. I cannot say that it helps. Okay, I can see the light, but it's probably normal light for the torch. I also can ask this in this house. The house seems abandoned. Should we have a look? Maybe the previous owners left something of value inside, said Sam. Of course, that's Sam. Okay, yes. Save for a broken chair and some pieces of pottery scattered on the floor, the house was remarkably empty. This place was looted clean, said Huon, kicked at the debris. Sam, however, was in and examined a section of the floor with interest. He slid his fingers along the edge of a wooden board, and, as expected, the board gave away. Aha! He exclaimed triumphantly. Lifting the piece of timber, he discovered a small jingly pouch hidden within. Nice, we have money. For 41 or for something. Kingdom coins. The Merrington Kingdom currently was composed of valuable gold coins called Savion, large silver coins called Ocean, and lesser Leshen, which were made from bronze. Generally, 1 Savion was worth 10 Ocean, and 1 Ocean was in turn worth 10 Leshen. So it's 4 Leshen. Okay, how double click doesn't help, so I need to choose who will take it. Not really convenient. Should be at least double click mode. Maybe loot in this game is pretty rare situation, I don't know. That looks strange. I can see a sign or something. What it is. The water was refreshing. Sam was glad of the drinking pot the king had erected throughout the kingdom. There were signs that the water was clean and safe to drink. Oh! Pretty huge safe source of water, actually. Well, okay. This is weird that you can just drink from the river. Yeah, of course it should be possible, but it's pretty easy to be poisoned by water or by something in water. Because just drinking water from random sources is very dangerous without boiling it. Okay, maybe dude on farm saw something. They knocked and waited. After several minutes passed, Sam turned to the door frame to listen if anything was stirring within the house. I can't hear anyone within. Let's just go. Yeah. I can steal some currants. Surprisingly. The wonderful countryside aroma, said Huon, wringing his nose. Okay, looks like no one is the farm. Can I use the window? Nope. Okay, let's just continue to the south. Southwest mostly, but who cares? By the way, about the map. Yeah, we're coming close to this temple. Can this dude be from the temple? By the way, I have a bug. How to remove it? That's the problem. Okay. Temple of Tertan. Okay, it was already on my map. Maybe I need to go there, but it's not really south and I can see another house, so let's visit the house first. Oh, by the way, I can run. And there are no run in the help menu, so maybe there are also other buttons. There certainly is sleep at this hour, Yun said. Let's go. Okay, let's go into the temple. It's pretty obvious that I should go there. Gonna go through the water. No. No jumping, by the way. Yeah. So it's different interface and I can choose who to talk with. Suspicious man. Okay, let's talk to her. Blessed lady, I don't usually approach someone this way, but I couldn't help but wonder if it was Arminius I smelled on your person. Ah, blessed to you, sir. You do have a keen sense of smell. I must give you that. In this bundle here, what you've been smelling. It certainly brought back memories. Are you by chance willing to sell some? I could surely make good use of it in our travels. I'm sorry, but I swore an oath to see it delivered to the priest of Hania. But why the interest, if I may ask? A herbalist, perhaps? Can't say I often run into those who would have heard of, let alone know the herb. No, I'm not exactly a herbalist, but I attended many herbology lectures in Endara, so I know my way around plants if need be. I see. Well, it's good to meet someone with a keen eye for herbs. If you are in need to purchase some though, you're welcome to my shop, Nature's Gifts in Ergendon. My name is Lynn. I'll be sure to give you a fair price if you visit. Thank you for the offer, Lynn. If the road ever takes us to Ergendon, we'll be sure to stop by. Oh, and I'm Huon. It's been a real pleasure meeting you. The pleasure is all mine. Okay, goodbye. What about this boy? First of all, music's still a bit too loud in these places. He was lost in thought. After exchanging a few words with the man, Yuan learned his name was Namao, and that he was a farmer from the outskirts of Roma. He told him that his wife disappeared 2 weeks ago after going to fetch some water from the river. He's been praying to their Inan since, so she may return safely home again. No one's found any trace of her, he told Hyun. The whole village joined the search. Even Lord Longcast's dogs couldn't catch her scent. She simply vanished. The man said, bursting into tears. Hyun stayed for a while longer, concerning the man as best he knew. Then he excused himself and returned to Sam. His wife vanished, no trace of her anywhere. Maybe she just left him? No, I don't believe that's the case. The whole thing feels wrong. Sam shrugged. A servant beckoned them to sit. The High Priestess is currently in prayer, so if you would be so kind to wait, I will let her know of your presence. Time dragged by, especially for Sam, who was now nervously pacing up and down the hall, stopping at the door several times, listening for whatever was happening beyond that boundary into the holy room that only priests had access to. This is maddening, he said, while descending the few steps into the osment. But as soon as he touched the last step, the large door opened, and a tall woman wearing priestly garments stepped through. Those present, she bowed her head, then she smiled at Sam. I'm sorry if the weight has caused you any grief. Our god has been restless recently, and released much in our priestly chants. Realize, okay. Human stood up and Sam tried to say something, but words eluded him, so he cast his gaze downwards in silence. It was Human who addressed the holy woman. We apologize, High Priestess. There is no dire need behind our visit. We simply wanted to talk. We can talk, she replies, your eyes lined with weariness. But let us be quick, they have other matters to attend to. During the session with the priestess of Tertan, probably, they touched many topics about the god himself, but they also discussed the recent events that have befallen them, including the matter with the gambler. The balance of power is being tipped over. Like I have said before, our god is troubled, and we have received note of similar disruptions from other temples as well, said the priestess gravely. You should be wary on your travels, particularly you, Huon, for I feel you are remarkable on a journey much longer than you have planned for. The priestess seemed to contemplate something. Then she spoke to Sam. Within you, I can feel a similar disturbance, much alike to the one that has affected our temple home, but it is early to guess the nature of it. Time will tell. Thus she took their hands and said, look out for each other, for I see danger in your way. She then excused herself and bid them farewell. So what do we know after all? I really don't like that woman. Here. It feels like she's looked right through me. God, goosebumps all over. Oh, got goosebumps. Oh. Damn, this font is really hard to read. Not really convenient. Yes, I felt it too, but she is a high priestess after all. Those close to the gods often possess special talents. Yeah, talents to make one shit his pants. Let's go. I don't want to stay here one moment longer. So what do we know? We spoke to the priestess of Tertan today. She told us that many temples struggle with their gods, being troubled these days. And she warned us of some kind of danger on our way, which completely unnerved Sam. Why they nerve Sam? Everything's fine. So we didn't find anything. Can I disable the torch? Oh, just vanish. Okay, so these are really old Yimai stones, he once said. And old Yimai stones. Empty. Okay, maybe it's gonna replenish health or something. Or endurance. So we just lost a lot of time and have no idea where to go. Can check farm in theory. It's now day. Maybe he is actually hiding inside. Who knows? Yona was about to know. This must be Nomon's home, the farmer we met at the temple, said Hyun. He's likely not coming back anytime soon. Let's leave. Oh, now I know it. Would be nice to see a local map or something to mark all these houses. Can I loot it? No. Typical player thoughts. Can we loot it? Or this? Or that? Something? Yeah, what about this house? They were invited into the small house. After explaining they were traveled on their way to Avonmore, Reniment, the head of the farmer family, offered them a place to sit next to the fire pit. We were just about to have breakfast, said his wife, then added, "Their town has been generous this year, so food is plentiful. We'll be happy to share." Huon welcomed the warm food he'd been given, and Sam readily emptied his plate. "It would be nice to hear news from the outside," Renimid said between one mouthful and the next. "We used to have visitors now and then, but these days they rarely stop to have a chat. Everyone seems to be in a hurry." Huon spent a good part of the hour recounting what he knew, and whenever the story got too dull to Sam's liking, the light-haired rogue promptly added all sorts of embellishments to the tale. He even sung one of his songs, which amused Sarah, Reanimate's wife, to no end. When they were done, Sarah addressed Sam. "Now that was quite a tale. Next time you visit Romer, I'd love to hear you sing another time." Another one, Sam accepted the compliment with a broad smile, and together with Huon they rose and thanked them for the hospitality. As they walked towards the door, Ronimir said, "Good luck on your travels, boys. If you haven't been to our temple, you should really do so. Perhaps talk to the priestess while you're there." "Thank you, Ronimir. We spoke to the priestess already," Huon replied. "And was the most unnerving experience," Sam added, shuddering at the thought of the encounter. Again, they thanked them for their hospitality and left. Not sure it was the right decision or not to do such descriptions, but anyway, I really would like to see different fonts. At least the alternative option to switch font to more modern. In case if someone would like to play with more immersive fonts or with more readable fonts. I would like more readable. Because, for example, in Might and Magic, the fonts are awful. We're still following South Road. How far we are? Then we're still very close to Romer. Yeah, this map is pretty big. The door was ajar. Signaling for silence, Huon crept towards the house and carefully peeked through the gap. The inside was dark and quiet, with pieces of furniture scattered about, and nothing of any real value inside. No one seemed to have been living here for some time. Still, careful not to divulge their presence to whoever might be listening, he slowly pushed the door inward, but the odor protested with a loud groan. "There goes our silent approach, shall we?" Huon offered opened the door fully, but as soon as he took a step in, a deathly stench invaded his nostrils, and he fought the urge to throw up. Lying in the corner, face down in the ashes of the fire pit, was a man, his clothes bloody and soiled. His back was pierced by an iron rod, probably a fire iron, and two of the man's fingers have been cut off and cast into the pit. "Is it our man?" asked Sam, his mouth and nose covered with his sleeve. Hubert nodded. "I think so." At that point, Sam pushed past him and took a closer look at the body. "It is him," he said, "but there is no money on the body whatsoever. Whoever did this picked him clean." Suddenly the sound of a sword leaving its scabbard came from outside, and a rough male voice announced, "You two, drop your weapons on the ground and walk out. Slowly." Huon turned towards the door, taking a step back, and Sam straightened, instinctively going for his weapons. As if making a point, a second sound followed, a crossbow string being drawn and locking. "Let's not make them wait here." Oh, yeah, okay. It would be nice to see a description who is talking before it, or maybe add some icons or something. Because how am I should understand who is talking before I see the end? Sam said as he consulted a throwing knife in his sleeve. "Got any fine spells to distract the bolt-fire person?" I do, Human replied, a lump formed in his throat. But I never used it to harm him before. It is forbidden, he added gravely, then closed his eyes in concentration. Oh yeah, combat with couple of thugs. Yeah. Yeah, it really looks like Heroes of Might and Magic. It's so weird. Very strange variant. Yeah. This is really weird. But maybe it is a good decision, I don't know. So, melee, ranged, defend, rest. Yeah, I can do ranged. How far can I go? Can I come close and... Yeah, probably it's very simple. I need to choose only one action. And that's it. And I can hear some magic action. Rest. Not sure what is rest does. Defend probably will increase chances to defend, actually. Okay, they far away. We need to kill him. Can I switch? No, I can switch. Ranged attack to crossbow guy. Oh, now we zoom out a lot. Not sure why. It's actually not really convenient. It's now harder to choose anyone. What about spell? Agnosh. Fire Embrace. Oh, that's why I cannot choose them previously, because it's combat spell and I cannot choose it outside of combat, I suppose. But I can use heal outside of combat. Causes the air around the enemy to vibrate so fast that it heats up to the point that it burns the target. Okay, damage something. Endurance 35, whatever it is. It's probably my mana. Of Swords, Lord of the Day, okay. Damage 1. Oh, so I can choose any cost. Yeah, I'm not sure that I need to do so much damage. I don't know. Yeah, I would spend half the mana for this. Something like 20 damage. He's still alive! Okay, I should choose different there. He missed. Okay, now Sam is probably busy in melee, so just fight. Yeah, it's a shame that they don't see their health at all, even like they're injured or what. Maybe I just need to do one hit to him, or maybe not. Okay, let's cast another one. Gain for half MP. How much I need for him? Cost variable as well. Okay. Still need to kill him. Okay, yeah, he has only 6 HP. So maximum spell could kill him previously. Okay, let's attack him in a minute. Bam. Parents. It would be nice to go around, but maybe there is no point of it. Okay, we easily beat them. He stood in silence, staring at the bodies of the fallen. Just moments before, these bandits were trying to kill him, and now they lay motionless at his feet. Do not dwell on it here. It was either us or them. I know, but still, I feel filthy. We could have, I don't know, negotiated or something. The only thing you'd have negotiated would be a trip to the nearest burial ground. If they find our bodies, that is. Now get over here and help me search them. They've got to have our money on them. So the comment was really there, or all the bodies are scripted? Hard to say. Okay, let's try to do them. Sword. Although the short sword was unremarkable and looked Unlike the bounce of superior blades, Huon knew that in the right hands, it was still a deadly weapon. Yeah, with more damage probably, and more accuracy. Okay. Let's give it to the right hands. More food. Yeah, why not? And yeah, 1 gold. Food. Crossbow. Yeah, why actually not? Can be alternative. Examine the crossbow in his hands. Some judge it to be a lightweight and not overly powerful weapon. On the positive side though, it was relatively easy and quick to load, which gave it a certain advantage in combat. The damage is so high. It's good that he missed us. So let's give it to Sam. By the way, yeah, I misplaced items. No mind. So let's go found the money. What about knives? Can't even see the damage. I wouldn't know what to do with that, Sam said. Seriously? This is weird. So if we have this crossbow with stunts, so probably should be someone who can use it instead. Yeah. He can't use ranged. Oh, he can, but can't use crossbow. Alright, let's just keep it then. So what about the house? You stared at the body. Sam, I think we should bury him, he said. There was a look of near pity in his face. Just leave it to the beast, replied Sam, shaking his head. It won't be long until something catches his scent and drags him away. Yeah, that's why actually people burn each other. But okay, so what now? We found the gambler dead in an old isolated house south of the temple. He must have been killed by the brigands who ambushed us as we were examining the body. I never killed a man before. Sam said, do not dwell on it, and that it was either us or them. I know he's right, but still, I wish there had been some other way. So we now just need to return. I doubt that there is fast travel, but let's just check it. No fast travel. And it's mostly fine, but if the map is really huge, maybe it can be a problem. Yeah, it takes some time to move. A lot of time. By the way, hoisting up the bucket that was tied to a thick cord, Yuan drank greedily, then washed the rot accumulated grime off his face and hands. While he wouldn't be exactly court-worthy, at least he was somewhat presentable now. Yeah. Yes, clean as well. Ow. So, yeah. What about drinking? I mean, to restore endurance or something. And what about spells, by the way? You have 7 endurance. Yeah, I really need a way to restore it somehow. I thought I can just drink, but maybe I cannot. Maybe I can rest just outside the village. Maybe not. It's weird that around here there are no water source that can be drinked. Or maybe water just not connected to this. In stock. Unless I have the money you owe me, Sam, you better walk right out. It's 1/7 and not an addition less. How about I give you the money I owe you, and on top of that, I tell you a little story of how we got it. Are you serious? Trust to tell, I didn't expect to ever see you again. Was it much trouble finding the gambler? And let's just say it got troublesome after we found him. He held himself up in an outhouse down south, outside the village, but apparently we weren't the only one looking for him. Anyways, care to buy us a round of ale dinner? I'll be hard pressed to finish the tale if I don't lubricate my tongue first. Alright, but this better be good. Ewan said in amazement throughout the recount. There were no lies to Sam's words, but the way he told the tale made it feel like a completely different, much more heroic deed than the slaughter it actually was. Sam made sure to speak loud enough for all to hear and appreciate what he had to tell. If there was anything down to the account he found a way to make it exciting, and when the story hit the high points, he elevated it to current-worthy poetry. When he was finally done, he drained his cup and slammed it on the table, making the patrons who followed the tale jump in their seats. Dinner sounds suspicious. Her lips parted in Avaira. I find it hard to believe you two did what you did, but I'd be glad to listen to the tale again. Some other time, dear. Me and you have urgent business to attend at his cousin's. I promise you, I'll have more adventures to share next time I pass through these lovely parts. Thanks for the ale dinner. Think nothing of it, Huon. And Sam, do come by again, alright? I promised, didn't I? Yeah, what about food? We might use some food or something to drink. Of course, let me show you what I have. What can restore some stamina? Thermal ale, thermal ale, translations, torches. Yeah, we can sell something, but I'm not sure that we need. Okay. Huon's name is the spicy reddish ale from the Southlands. It was a mildly strong ale with a sharp bitter taste. Due to high import duties, the ale demanded high price within the kingdom. Some knew that thermal ale was as fine as an ale could get. After all, one heard, this was a particularly strong dark ale, very aromatic with a deep taste of dry herbs, plum and nuts. The thermal brewers knew their business. Yeah, it's good, but what can restore stamina? Endurance, I mean. I'm not sure, but I can buy something. Or maybe better not to buy anything. What about rooms? Nina, do you have a room for us? Let me check. Yeah, this is definitely the way to restore endurance. I only have one room left, and Keeper said for 5 ocean it is yours for the night. What do you say? You can choose the time. Okay, rest. We'll rest until morning. Anyway, okay. Goodbye. See you around dinner. We must be on our way. Safe travels to both of you. The prices are so weird. This room cost me half of the gold coin. Wow, okay. There are some people inside. But let's follow the quest for now. We paid our and the gambler's debt to Dina. Now can finally go and talk to Arthurs about that book. Yeah, where is the Arthur? That's the question. How can I know it even? Okay, maybe in previous notes. Not required. I have no idea where to go. Where is actually Arthur's living? Second-hand shop. It'd be nice to get some armor, but not right now. It's just small houses. Probably need a big house. And just look around for a big house. This looks pretty big, but it's probably not a house. Maybe it is actually a house. So, this is where the general's full salary is. Yes, too bad we won't have time to see it, since you're in such a hurry to leave town. You can't just leave town on an empty stomach. And as I've heard, noble courtesy dictates to treat your guests well. I knew I wasn't just hearing things. Father said it was a dog barking, but I recognize a rascal when I hear one. You offended me, my lord. It's good to see you again, cousin. You won't believe what happened since the night at the inn. Did you find the gambler? You know about the gambler? It's a small town. News travels fast. Also, Dina has been asking if I have seen you too. Although she won't admit it, she's been feeling a little guilty for chasing you out in the middle of the night. Oh, is it so? Just don't go telling her I told you. You know how she is. Noble or not, she'll have my head on speed if she learns I've opened my mouth. Don't worry, we never heard anything from you. I can't vouch for him, but I'll keep quiet. Anyway, we did find the man. He lies dead in an old isolated house south of the temple. You killed him? No, but we killed those who did. The two bandits who scoured the gambler ambushed us. I'm sure one of the gods must have been looking after us, or we'd be dead in their stead. Is that so? Well, I'm glad to see you. Too alive and well. To see you too alive and well. So, you're telling me that I've got 3 bodies to bury now. Well, next time we plan on leaving bodies on our way, we'll bring shovels. I'm sure you will. Come, you can give me the details over a cup of wine. After that, Huon, I'm sure you'd be interested to see that book. We spent a good hour going over the details of the recent events, even explaining and some feeling colorful and mostly unnecessary details. When they were done, Arthur suggested they leave Sam to enjoy the wine, while he and Huon would go into the studio to see the book the young mage was so eager to examine. While Arthur leaned on the fireplace, sipping wine, Huon dug into the complex passages of the tome. He spent well over an hour going through the difficult language, but finally he put down the book and said, "Do you know what it is?" "All I know is that it's written in the old language, but I have never studied it." All books on magic are written in Arnai, so only those who have been learning magic can understand it, and not hurt themselves in the process. Arthur took another sip. Go on. The title is Accounts from Summaries and Beyond. As far as I am aware, there is only one such copy in existence, and that one resides at the Indara University. Arthur straightened. But surely there must be more copies out there, right? Yuan took a deep breath as he closed the large leather-bound volume. What you have here is a manuscript inked down by Delaphon himself, a forbidden manuscript, too dangerous a book to copy. Arthur, now listen closely. This book can get you into a lot of trouble just for knowing about it, let alone having it. I do not dare taking it onto the road, so as much as it pains me to do so, I must leave it in your custody. You just going to leave it? Here? I must reach Indara as soon as possible and inform the head mage. They will send someone to retrieve the book. You must not tell anyone about it, understood? I can't say I'm thrilled at the idea, but perhaps you're right. I will hide it in a safe place and wait for the mages to pick it up. Don't worry, I will explain to them how you got hold of it. They shouldn't bother you, just keep it safe. I will. What about asking where he got it, this book? It's not like they're growing on trees. Well, the book Arthur purchased is... Oh, he purchased it, okay. And where he purchased it? From who? Anyway, the book Arthur purchased is the Orphan's Forbidden Book. I must depart south toward Indara at once and let the head mage know about it. I can't trust anyone to do it in my stead. South toward Indara. Okay, we just need to go south again. What about the north, I wonder? There can be something or there can be nothing. By the way, is there something like experience? Yeah, we actually don't have anything like experience. No levels, maybe. Not sure how it works. Okay, if we are going, what's with the shop? Second-hand shop. Judging by the signs, it's a shop of some kind, some said. Care to enter? Yes. Welcome, welcome, said the shopkeeper. My name is Van Gogh, at your service. What would you like to purchase today? Good question. On the swords, I actually hope for some armor. I can sell some crap, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, I can sell fortune, but the price is so low. And the price for new stuff is pretty high. Okay, so we actually don't need anything. Alright, let's go. Oh, wait a second. There are also people inside the inn. The soldier was drunk. So, brother, you wouldn't leave a few coins on you, would you? Asked the man, his gaze pointing somewhat toward Yuan. I began Huan, but someone interjected. He doesn't, my good man. Oh, was all the soldier said, then turned to his ale. Yeah, not really useful. About this, guys. Then approached the table. The man looked up from his food and said, "Blessings to you. Usually I'd be up for a game of cards, but I'll just have some peace and quiet today." The man motioned for them to sit. "Served," he said. "Name's Naban. I take care of the lord's wines and the eels. You're not from around here, he said, matter of fact. No, we just passing through, human replied. Ah, travelers. Well, can't give you much advice since I rarely venture outside Dromar, but I'd be sure to pay close attention to what I eat on the road. Rations, no matter how well prepared, can go bad, you know? They went on for a while about various subjects, but at last they thanked the man for the advice and bid him farewell. Play. While playing, he struggled. Despite Sam's best effort to translate the song that sounded so right in his head onto the delicate instrument, he knew he did rather poorly. Yeah, like the pattern sign, high spirits and demand, I pay you. The keeper grimaced as he produced 2 ocean and 3 lesson and passed it to Sam. Oh, so this is a way to get money. That's funny. Or maybe also a way to get into trouble. Anyway, we got some money. Nice. Time to move. Not sure what's the point of drinking, but maybe it can replenish some endurance. Maybe not. Yeah, it feels a bit weird that there are no NPC outside. All the NPCs are inside. Yeah, there is a road, but there is also this alternative way. What can I get by following it? Probably nowhere. Okay. Oh, I found the chest. It was no ordinary chest. Examining the massive iron-bound box, Yuan spied the brass plate on the front. Curiously enough, a riddle was inscribed on it. Most probably in case the owner forgot the combination. Whatever the reason, the curiosity to see what the chest held inside quickly took over, and he began pondering on the words that would open the tightly sealed lid. Interesting. Always round and hollow I am. Though size and matters I come in many. A children's trinket or lord's signet, it depends. For rose I have plenty. It's obvious ring. What else can be hope? Yeah. Okay. And then, alright, some money. This is good. Torches. Wow, that's funny. Potential for this is good. Almost everyone like riddles. And getting it for riddles, why not? Also, it's good that it's possible to find something by moving around. I have no idea why I'm strictly following the road. Maybe just prefer the sound of the stone road than just dirty sounds. And one more castle. We're still far away from anything actually. Okay, let's visit something. Whatever it is. So can be interesting potentially. Or it can be troubles. It can be loot. So anyway, better to visit. Also something can be in barrels. Empty, empty, empty. They knocked and waited. Ewan was already leaving when a weak female voice called from within. "Please, come in," was all she said. They entered the house and found a middle-aged woman tending to a man dying on a straw pallet. She explained how her husband caught a fever 3 nights earlier and has grown worse as time passed. "I barely slept since," she said. Tears gathered in her eyes. "I don't know what to do." Ewan approached and looked at the pale figure of a man. "If there is anything we can do, perhaps we can help." "Oh dear, sir." The woman looked at him pleadingly, then at her man. "He needs a healer, and I don't dare leave him alone," she added. "Do you know where can we find a healer? At the Temple of Tentan, perhaps?" One asked. "They wouldn't lift a finger to help us. Some ridiculous family feud between Philip's late father and the temple. They won't help us." Her words faltered. "I am sure we can find some way to help you. Perhaps there is another healer around the village or something." Yuan said reassuringly, "We'll be back soon." The woman took Yuan's hand into her own. "Runner's blessings." Yuan nodded, smiling uncertainly. Then they left and gently closed the door. So now we need to find a healer. So it looks like this regular healing magic can heal illness. Philip, a man living on an isolated farm south of Roma, is gravely ill. His wife told us the Temple of Tenton won't help due to some family feud, so we need to ask around the village if there is another healer who can help. And here comes the trouble. That's why regular journals now in games always have sections for quests and all the stuff. Yeah, obviously if you have a book you probably don't have such sections, but anyway you probably would like to do somehow differently, yeah? Because just making it like a diary one by one is very inconvenient to remember everything. It should be somehow noted. Now we have 2 quests and now I need to track both of them. Anyway, I don't know a healer. So we will find a healer later. I should tell him to go there, I suppose. What about this stuff? No, it's not usable. Okay, there is alternative road to the right. With a cave. Oh yeah. Look inside. 100%. The camp outside. Then seems unoccupied. Shall we take a peek inside? Yes. Yon opened the tent flap. The inside was damp and smelled musty. Its owner probably long gone. Still, he searched inside in hope of uncovering something of interest. Note. Drawing it from his backpack, he only wondered what was written on the yellowed piece of parchment. Yes. The locals were all taciturn? Yeah, probably. The locals were all taciturn about the cave, so whereabouts, but I have found it anyway. I have cleared the brush surrounding the entrance and took a quick look inside. Sadly, I only have a few torches with me, and those fools in Roma won't sell me any, so I won't be venturing anyway deep. Running out of light in there would be a death sentence. Interesting. Okay, let's take a money and the note, just in case. And the torch. And the rations. So we can go inside. And probably the person should be either inside or dead. Or dead inside. Or inside dead inside. Anyway, let's go. Looks like the entrance to a cave of some kind, he once said. Shall we go and have a look inside? Yes. Tension. Dungeon crawler. Maybe inside mechanics will be different. I doubt about it, but it can be. It's just a black screen so far. If I will click, nothing happens. It looks like we have some. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. So we inside, the game was working, and I have an entry. Okay, what if I will use a torch? Yeah, it doesn't help because I cannot see even an interface. Okay, what if I will press F9? 9, it doesn't work. Okay, let's try to re-enter the game. Made with Unity. Okay, continue. Let's try to enter again. Yeah, it's still dark for now. Looks like a bug. Okay, let's try to reload it. So looks like there is a bug when I am entering. Maybe because I'm entering without burn torch. I doubt about it, but okay. It's probably either not finished or there is a bug that's ruining everything. Yeah, I can't do anything. Okay. So, no dungeons. For now, at least. Okay, have no idea what's going on. Let's go a different way then. Yeah, this is the right way. So probably this cave is just unfinished. And I found another tent and chest. It didn't smell bad there. Yuan searched through the contents with disgust and gave up after a minute or so. Nothing here, he said. What about Sam? You already searched the tent. Okay. It just had no visible lock. Examining the tightly sealed iron-bound box, Sam marveled at its level of craftsmanship, particularly the worn lock embedded in the glue plate on the front. And there seemed to be no way around opening the thing without solving the worn lock. He kneeled down and began pondering on the riddle. I sit up high. I shrine with the best. Wars have been fought to decide where I rest. Through bloodlines I travel, through move I do rarely. Heavier I wait upon he who wears me. Crown? The high shine with the best. Wars have been fought to decide where I rest. Yeah, it's crown. Should be. Nice. A lot of money. It's actually for gold. Not. Oh, it's for... Oh, okay, it's not for gold. It's for silver. Anyway, pretty nice. It would be also nice to buy something on it. Because so far I don't see much items. I'm still very far away. Avonmore. Wow. Avonmore is not even the place, probably. Or maybe it is the place. Ah. The book order purchased the Dolphin's Forbidden Book. I must depart south toward Endara at once and let the head mage know about it. So we still need to go south. I got a feeling we're being watched. Yes, in a way. This was a temple once. A holy presence dwells within these ruins. What it is faint? Like a god? Yes. If the temple wasn't desecrated, but was simply abandoned, a god would still reside here. His influence, however, would have diminished substantially if those who prayed to him left. Give me a moment. He would knelt on the marble floor and close his eyes in concentration. After nearly an hour of some pacing back and forth, Huon stood up, shaking his head. I caused it a moment. What were you doing anyway? I tried to contact him. He is the god, but his mind is so chaotic. I was constantly losing hold. Perhaps if I stayed here for a day or two, I might get a better understanding of his nature. To what end? I believe he is seeking help, but I can't figure out what he wants. If I could help him, we might get a favor in return. What do you say? Do we make camp? No, we can do it. Why not? Feels like a waste of time to me, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. Here, I'll go pitch my tent. 2 days have passed. During the time, Huon spent day and night in deep meditation, taking no breaks to drink nor eat, while Sam attempted to wake him from the trance repeatedly, but to no avail. Resigned to the fact that it's better to leave Huon in peace, Sam took care of the camp, foraged for food, and did whatever he could to keep boredom at bay. Finally, on day 2, Huon awake with a cough. Sam ran to him and helped him to his feet. Hugh, are you alright? How long was I out? 2 days? I was ready to knock you out of it with the club, but thankfully you woke up first. 2 whole days? I swear it felt like an hour and a half at most. So, learned anything in your little adventure? Not much, to be honest, and I'm struggling to make any sense out of it. The god I spoke to, or at least what remained of him, was so fragmented and incoherent, it proved nearly impossible to understand. However, even though I wasn't able to learn his purpose, I learned his name, Tevas Drosh. He's certainly not one of the greater 18 we know today. But I have the feeling he was an important deity of the time of the Arnai. The day before yesterday you said he was seeking help. Indeed, he is seeking his long-lost identity. Great, so we deal with a forgetful god. I suppose we don't get any reward out of this, do we? No, but if we find out who this god was, learn his history, I'm sure he'll be thankful. Priest could know something about it. Indeed, and if they don't, the library at South is sure to hold the answer. And no entry here about it. So it looks like the game is almost unplayable without doing notes. I mean, normal notes outside of the game. So it actually would be nice to add a journal where the player can do some notes. Yeah, so annotated journal Yeah, it really would be nice to add some additional tab or something where I can do in notes. And maybe even links, or at least notes. Because, okay, the name of the god, for example, it would be nice to do a check that, a note that I need to check this hello god in this city. Because I will forget about it. Maybe it's not important right now, especially in the demo, but the full game, it definitely would be useful. What if I will go from the other side? Dead end. Meh. It's really a shame that we can go through such water. I think it should be possible. Just to save time. Because it's not like the game looks like a, I know, photorealistic forest. So you can't really enjoy just the forest. So better not waste much time on it. This road is south toward Avonmore. But I think this is as far as Dina will allow me to go in the demo. Oh, seriously? I know what you mean. She can be mean like that. Oh, Dina. What the hell? Who is Dina anyway? I mean, just a reference to NPC, or NPC has a name that reference to one of the developer or to the wife of the developer, or what's going on? Okay, I can go down, so that's why I don't need notes for the card. But actually I like that this game mostly close to D&D experience than just old RPGs. You can see someone? Looks like rogue for me, yeah. Encounter. So there can be random encounters. Yeah, it's a shame that I can't rotate the map. We can move it at least. Right. He can attack in melee or he can shoot. He cannot shoot, by the way. Can he? Animation is so funny. Will I get attack of opportunity or not if I run away? I'm not sure, but better to run away. And get the spells. Now I'll cast a spell. Actually, hidden probably is more cheap in terms of mana. He's still knife. Just kicking. And he did. Even stood in silence. Just moments before, the enemy was trying to kill him, and now that same enemy lay at his feet. It was over. Oh, full set of equipment. So I thought it was separate slots, but looks like it's full sets of armor. Makes sense, party now. The kingdom issued armor offered good protection for the foot soldiers, considering of a non-gambizon chestplate, a steel helm, and a large round shield. Alright, and 10%. 1 and 7, whatever it is. Oh, 1 and 7 because of the quality of item, of the condition. So this armor gives only 1 and 7% protection? It's actually soldier armor. Sounds weird. Another sword. So Yeah, but a sword. It's a shame that no one can use a crossbow. It exists, but no one can use it. Probably eventually it is possible to get more companions. Maybe way more companions. Because actually, why not? Wait a second, here. I'm moving in this direction. It's a shame they can't visit dungeon. Logically it should work, but for some reason it is bugged. Or maybe just not finished, I don't know. Logically it should be a demonstration of dungeon system. Or something like this. Yeah, a bit of a problem of the game is that locations are empty. Oh, first of all, feels empty, and this is bad. This should be maybe there's some NPCs thrown around that you can talk with, like talking with houses, but just talking to NPCs, so it is seeing them. Because the Might and Magic series looks pretty alive in comparison. Because there was always a lot of travelers around and so on. Always a lot of NPC in cities. So, plus it was always possible to find some unexpected danger behind any corner. So it was also more thrilling or something like this. But in comparison with Might and Magic, this game way more deep in terms of actually adventure. It's not... Might and Magic mostly feels like a dungeon crawler or world crawler. We're mostly killing, looting, and randomly talking to someone and do some puzzles. In this game, there are way more talking, way more encounters, maybe. Peaceful encounters. Yeah. It didn't help with magic. We have some money, we could rest. And check opposite direction after it. No rooms. Rest. Goodbye. Interesting that house can be restored fully. It's restored only till some moment. Okay, let's cast spell. So hidden magic is very necessary. Okay, let's go. Yeah, there are also houses in this place. They're mostly curious about going this way. Homer. Unless we want to take an exhaustingly long scenic road around the Samay Mountains, we should just turn around. Besides, it is Imperative that I return to Indara as quickly as possible. Yeah. So this part is blocked as well. Well. Okay, let's check houses. Or should we actually? First quest was a healer. Yeah, but my quest with the healer probably can be done through the girl. No, maybe not. No, probably not. Or maybe yes. I don't know. Anyway, let's probably finish with the demo. This part of the world is everything that's allowed to visit. Not much I can do. Anyway. So experience was mostly interesting. A bit strange, but this game can be possibly really a nice adventure. It would be nice to see more characters. Not sure about the leveling system. Maybe, maybe not. Hard to say. It's a bit weird to see such a game without actually levels, some choosing attributes, skills, and so on. Because combat mechanic is very unclear in terms of why everyone doing some damage and so on. I can see exact stats and so on. Also, I can see the order in combat, who will go next and so on, like initiative tracker or something. Also, would be nice to see some encounters connected to skills, maybe like in Pathfinder or Pillars of Eternity games, where you can actually do some stuff outside of combat, but not just talking. Because this encounter with the goddess has potential, so future encounters like this can be interesting, but maybe it should be also some checks or something like this. So overall, interesting game, but very small one. So we still have time today. What to stream? Not sure. But I definitely will stream something. It's a shame that I can't test more RPG. Okay, let me check it. Maybe it works. I can check it anyway. Okay, so 10 minutes, guys, and I will do next demo. This one was good. Hopefully the game will be released and I will see it